Lunchtime supervisors play an important role in the success of the school day. While a good lunchtime can make for a smoother afternoon for pupils and teachers, a bad one can leave a lot of people picking up the pieces. For the lunchtime teams at Beaufort Primary in Woking and St Paul's and All Hallows in Tottenham, it's all about striking the right balance between supervision and interaction. We follow both teams through one lunch break to see their different strategies in action. At Beaufort Primary, it's Friday, when they run their top table.
I tend to leave the classroom at about 5 to 12. I'll pick up my apron and my other bits and bobs that I need. Just check Monday to Thursday that the younger children are lining up properly. Friday is slightly different because we have a top table. They'll go in, lay out the table, plastic tablecloth, really brightly coloured. They've got jugs, they can have orange juice, straws, serviettes.
Top tables is a reward for children who have done the right things throughout the week, whose manners have been appropriate, who are using their knives and forks. So they sit at a top table with a member of staff, and it's like going out to a restaurant.
The teacher is there or the member of staff, because, even Lynn and I are on the rota, and when we'll sit and eat with them, and it's a nice thing to do.
They are bendy straws, Patrick.
The top table is really cool because their teacher tells the dinner lady that they've been good, then that dinner lady chooses them to go on the top table. You go in at 12 o'clock, where the year 6s normally go in about 12:15 or something.
Mrs. Kerslake is going to come and join you, and Mr. Walker.
The aim is to encourage the social interaction, to encourage sharing, rewarding those children who do go that little bit extra.
12 o'clock at St Paul's, and children start arriving into the hall. Here, the introduction of staggered sittings has made a huge difference.
2 more. So Gerald jumps up and everybody... Senior SMSA, I have 6 people, maybe 7 sometimes that I work with. The role hasn't really changed, it's just things have changed, like how you do your dinners, how it's laid out when the children come in. Next slide. We have 8 classrooms. What we do, we stagger the break times, and I have 3 people in at lunchtime, and the rest will be outside.
8 classes with 250 children waiting can be chaotic and can be very noisy. By staggering the lunch times, it means that we have 4 classes coming in. And they're slightly staggered so that there are a few minutes in between each class coming down.
Next line, please.
Like the upstairs part of our school, they go to first lunch, that's at 12. Second play go to lunch at 12:30. So by the time we get outside, it will be, they'd already be inside or they're lining up to go inside.
That's made it a lot easier and made the playground more manageable and the dining hall more manageable, because you've got half the school coming in on one side, so this has really made it a lot smoother.
Lunchtime is in full swing at Beaufort, and the experienced team is in position.
We've all worked together for a very long time, and we all have different strengths and different weaknesses, and we complement each other. Sandra is very good in the lunch hall. She's aware of all those children who have eating issues.
Okay.
I enjoy being with the children, hoping that I bring something to them so they can enjoy their lunchtime.
Eat a bit more, please. Can I have my pudding? Yes, you're not eating this.
Try to help find someone they can sit next to, and realising that they've got to use their knives and forks, not their fingers, which some occasionally do, and manners as well.
Brenda patrols. She likes to be on the go. She'll start off in the hall, and she'll be helping Sandra.
I cut their food up, help them with their food. Any problems with they don't like it or this, that and the other, show them how to clear away. The smiley face is for when children actually eat most of their dinner or all of their lunches. I've got the smiley face, somebody else might have something else, but it really encourages them. One smiley face.
The dinner ladies really look after us and make sure that we have a good lunch, that make sure that we've eaten enough so that we can have a good lunchtime.
We are really fortunate in that we have the children eating outside. We bring tables out, we have picnic benches.
I think it's good that you can eat outside because sometimes the school dinners smell
strange and uninviting, and you don't really want to be eating your lunch with fish in the air.
They do enjoy it. And it's also nice for us because, again, those of us that are outside in the main actually get a chance to sit down and maybe interact with those children.
Your bottom, please, Osman. Oh, Kenny, where should you be?
Unfortunately, we do have to only involve the packed lunch children in that from a health and safety point of view and a hygiene point of view. Hot food with knives and forks, unfortunately, it isn't something that we can expand as yet. The children should bring their lunchboxes to us before they put them away so we can check what they've eaten. We also insist that they take their rubbish home with them from the point of view that the parent can see what they have eaten and what they haven't, because they will try and put food in the bin. So, again, this is our way of helping the parent to know.
When I first started here, we used to have separate dinner times and separate dining hall for dinners and packed lunches. Now we're all together, children sit with their friends, so instead of saying my best friend's on packed lunch, they can actually sit with their best friends, so they're all happy. So it works very well together now these days. And I thought he was going to have rice and peas today.
A lot of children would have packed lunch just because their friends had packed lunch, because they were separated. But now everybody can sit together. It's not a problem, so everybody can have what they want and have a choice and have the choice that they want. I think that's a lot nicer for the children, and it's easier for us to manage because they're happy.
When we were not allowed to sit together, it was kind of boring because you're not allowed to sit next to your friends, and you really want to talk to them, and then by the time you go outside it's like a short playtime.
The other big thing that we have changed is school meals. With the Healthy Schools agenda, you know, we have a salad bar now, we have a fruit bar, we have a good choice from our kitchen. And that has actually made lunchtime far more pleasant.
All of it. Do you want all of it, yeah?
My role in the dining hall is to support the children, encouraging them to eat, make sure they have a dessert. And so, for example, we have mushrooms today, so I'll encourage them just to try at least one and see if they like it. This time they'll have one, next time mushrooms come on, they'll have a few more and stuff like that. And it's encouraging them to eat things they don't normally have at home.
Oh no, look what we've got. We've got broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli today, and everybody hates broccoli. But we encourage you to at least eat a little bit of it.
Just that little bit, 'cause it's really good for you. Makes your teeth shine and it's really good for your hair.
Creative play is something I'm very passionate about. I don't feel the children have the freedom to go out and wander around and play the way we did when I was young. We as a team are quite anxious to develop other skills. There are other things they can be doing that they don't get the opportunity to do at home.
I think it's good because there's a variety, so if someone wanted to skip, they could skip. If someone wanted to play hockey, they could play hockey. You're allowed to do anything really, and they won't tell you off unless it's dangerous.
Everyone's doing something outside with the children, so children are involved in doing stuff outside. If they didn't have anything to do, I think it would just be more problems, but because they are so busy, I'm really happy outside in the playground because there's so much for them to do. It makes it a lot easier.
So, boom, snip, smack. Who am I going to smack though?
There's so much going on, but it actually feels like there's not a lot going on because we've spaced it out, so no one's like on each other's toes. So we can have cricket over here, football over here, a quiet area over here, so the children have got a choice.
In the playground I supervise the children, encourage them to participate in games. I also participate in the games to get a bigger crowd and a bit more of a structured game going, otherwise they can just get a bit free for all.
I think you need to supervise and interact. With the interaction you get less problems with the children than when we first started, where it was just standing in the playground and just watching them. Playing with the children, we get more involved, so we get better reaction from the children.
Now I'm
less people have to be outside sorting out fights and stuff, because it's like there's more things for you to do to be occupied.
Sarah's role as midday supervisor has slightly changed. She had a mentoring role. What we've tried to do was take that role into a room. We haven't really given it a name because we don't want it to have a label, if you see what I mean. So it's just a timeout. It's just an opportunity for them to choose to take themselves away from a situation. I've got a little boy who can't cope with a lot of noise, so he'll spend his time in there interacting, playing games, but obviously with a smaller group of children.
Lady, have you got lady? You need to start packing up anyway, sweetheart, okay? Because we need to get that in the shed first.
About 10 to 1, Lynn and I will start ushering the children forward. We don't blow the whistle and get them all off. We will just say to them, we need to make our way down to the playground now. Equipment needs to go away. Whistle will be going shortly. So that everybody is down here by 5 to 1.
Thank you. Just going to bring year 6 off.
Our walkie-talkies are a godsend because we're very stretched. We're lucky we've got a lot of field, a lot of room, hall to cover. It saves so much time.
Mrs. Anderson, blow that whistle.
First whistle, stand still. Second whistle, look at me. Third whistle, line up. So everybody should be lined up and going into the classrooms at 1 o'clock.
We've got staff who are working with us who have got other roles in the school, and they will have their break after lunch. That has meant that they know of any of the incidents that have happened in the morning where a child may be still upset over something that's happened, and if something happens at lunchtime, they can then follow that child through to the afternoon.
I found it to be very beneficial because I've been here for such a short amount of time. The children get to see me around the school as a TA, so working as an SMSA, they find me to be very approachable because they know who I am.
A nice line that way, please. Thank you very much, Quincy. And you come. Boys, make sure you change your trainers.
1:15, the end of lunchtime at St Paul's. At Beaufort, the team is having its bi-weekly meeting.
I'll do a rota at half term so that we all get the opportunity to meet those children and to spend that.
We all stay behind after lunchtime's finished. We are paid for it, and it's very informative. We discuss if we've done any problems or new things that we're going to bring into the lunchtimes, or what else has been going on in the school. It makes us feel part of the team.
Your midday staff either break or make lunchtimes. What I've got is a team of people who love kids, who like working with children, and that just makes all the difference, because if you like doing what you're doing, you're going to do a good job, aren't you?
It's going to be crucial for me.
The school does value them. I think the children value them as well, and I think the new role that they've had in school has actually made children notice how they are real people.
There is no, she's a SMSA, she's a TA, we're all together, just one group together, like a family. Next line.
We work with these same children every day for 7 years. It's our responsibility to make it a happy, healthy, safe, enjoyable time.